Hi, I'm Rose Lambert, spiritual mystic alchemist. I'm here to guide you out of any struggles and help you find your higher self, to change your thoughts from negative to positive. No more struggling. Learn to flow with positive vibes. Let's create your dream life. Change your mind, change your life.
Hello, everyone. Hello from other side. I prepared this opening, hello from other side, because I'm a mystic. This is my first show, and I was very excited for this day to start and meet with all of you in my mind. I will talk about what this show about, who I am today, give you a little bit why this is so important for light workers, star seeds, because since 2017, I start having my spiritual awakening. I'm a grandmother, upper middle class life, entrepreneur. I made very well living for myself, coming from Turkey, rags to riches story, without a rich husband, without any man helping me, without no education. I made it on my own. I never worked for anybody else since I was 19 years old. I was born in Turkey, top of the mountains. My grandmother raised me. I was abandoned after birth. For some financial reasons, my family had to go. And I learned some spiritual skills from my grandmother. Those spiritual skills and respect for the Creator helped me along the way. And that's why I succeed in life, doesn't matter how hard the challenges come by. And I came to America without no education. I become an entrepreneur. I run businesses like owning a gas station, having a design business. I created costumes like costumes you see in Dancing with Stars. Before the Dancing with Stars become Dancing with Stars, I was selling those costumes. I was one of the top designers in that business, and belly dance costumes. I just came up with the idea, and I followed the trace of the best in the business. And I will tell you those things when other shows, like when I continue doing this show later on. But long story short, with my spiritual awakening, when I become mystic, I decided to do this show. I had to do this show to help those people who's awakening. They don't have a sport around them. They don't have masters. They don't have mentors. They don't have anybody to train with. In India, there's a lot of gurus. There's a lot of mentors you could go and study with. In America, who are you gonna go? And there is some really good teachers and very expensive retreats. And if you have money, you could go. But if you don't, if you're just college student and you're just making ends meet, how are you going to go to those expensive retreats? And if you're have a family, you're making ends meet, You don't have time. How are you going to do that? But you had your spiritual awakening started. I am here for those kind of people. I want to help those people because I went through a lot of hard times. I think God, creator, when I say God, it's like some of us today, they don't want to use the word God. They want to use the word source, creator, whatever you call. It's the same thing. Some supreme being created us. Some supreme being bigger than us. Some supreme being has charge of everything. I respected that supreme being. And that's how I succeed in life. And I want to teach if you want to receive. If you don't want to receive, of course I can't help you. People who's in their awakening, and I know there's millions of them right now out there. And the Bible is 144,000. That wasn't back in days, 144,000. With the population of the humans on the earth. Now it's millions. Well, I only went to school until 6th grade. I am not intelligent enough to calculate that numbers right now with the world population. But I'm guessing millions of people right now awakening qualified for that 144,000. And those people I call light workers, star seeds. Those are the ones came to this world to raise vibration. Vibration on the earth. Raise the vibration. And move to the next level. What's next level? Our earth moved from third dimension, third density, to fifth. We have to move, humanity has to move from third to fourth, love density. And these people, the ones, 144,000 in Bible, but in reality right now, there's millions. Those are the light workers going to lead and help teach people to raise their vibration, to become to light, become to their true selves, to spirituality, and forget about their non-important things like material stuff. Material stuff is really for today. Spirituality for infinite. And these special people are going to teach. And these people signed up, light workers signed up for this duty. And they have a duty to complete, helping, teaching, helping people to learn. And they will be guided, they will be getting downloads from God, or source, sorry, because some people don't like using word God, source energy. so we could all move up to golden age. We will have better times. We would not have, we will have a better understanding why we have today. Looking back, we're supposed to be all respectful to all religions, you know, three religions, three religious books. One came after another, and it's all said that respectful to one another, but we all had fight. We did fight. But the religion's not about fighting. Religion about raising a family with the good values, teaching the spirituality, family values, raising your family, being good with your neighbor, being good with your word. When you do your transactions, your business, being a good person. I born in Turkey. Half of my family is Muslim. More than half is Muslim. I'm very familiar with the Muslim religion. It's like when you look at the Quran, they don't teach anything bad. You know, if you follow the actual, you have to be a good person. I read about the Muhammad's life. He was a kind person, respecting others. I was very much interested how he lived his life, and you know, I was a child. I was 4th grade. I did Muhammad's life on school, and he was knocking on his neighbor's door, and he was like pulling himself on the side. When the door opened, he didn't want to see the whole inside, and he used to keep himself clean. He didn't want to know more the things he shouldn't know. He was very nice person, and those things got engraved in my head. And I don't care about politics. I don't care about the negative things in the social media and stuff like that. And also, I'm a Jewish. And I married a Catholic man. It's like, I go to all the worship house, temple, church, mosque, synagogue, doesn't matter. It's all worship homes. Anything making us to worship our higher beings is welcome in my life. I know one thing. We didn't just appear here. We've been created. There's a supreme creation. More than we could comprehend, more than we could understand, more than anybody could understand in my lifetime and my circle of friends and my living situation, the earth I'm living right now. And I was always very respectful. I was always very respectful to the highest creator. And I always wanted to do the best. There was times I did the right thing. By doing the right thing, I've been basically, how should I say, pointed as a stupid person. But I knew I could help somebody hurt me. I could help them again. They could hurt me again. I will help them again. They could hurt me again. Why are you helping? Some people didn't understand that. I am creating my good karma. That person creating their own bad karma by hurting me. I don't care. But the people today, they just don't understand. They're so busy with the teachings, and they're forgetting the Supreme Being, what we are, what Jesus teach. We are love. Love and light. My energy, what I learned in my awakening, I am love and light. If my energy is love and light, doesn't matter somebody how many times hurts, I will still help them. I'll turn the other cheek. If that person hurts me again, that's their karma. I don't want a bad karma. I don't want to go eye to eye. No. I don't have that in me. So I wanted this show. I want this show to be something new, because I have a lot of people I respect, gurus from India, and some holy people, but they're so afraid to talk. They're just guiding people to do the right thing, and they're not getting involved too much. I want to do this program, this show, to get deep. You bring your questions, we will solve it together. You bring a topic, like, for example, to me, like we will talk about later. I'm not going to go in this, and I have just 1 hour today. I'm not going to talk about this. We will talk about this later. Woman who steals to survive, or woman sells her body to survive, is more righteous in God's eyes or Creator's eyes. Think about it. And next show, call me. What do you think about that? If you didn't have anything to survive, you didn't have money, you didn't have a place to stay, would you rather steal from people, or God gave you a body? That's the oldest profession in the history. Sell your body to take care of yourself. I'm not going to give you the answer right now. There's no answer anyway. It's a topic, we could talk about it next show. I want this show to spiritual people maybe having a difficult time with this modern times. all the information been feeding it to us. And we don't know anymore what's right or what's wrong. Everything's so fast. Even our meal times are, it's like meals are in microwave. It's like so fast. It's like mealtime was for families to get together, talk about the day, share, taste the food, be grateful. After a hard day. And now people are not even gathering around together on the dinner table. Everybody eating in their own corners, microwaving something. I'm busy on social media, looking in their cell phones. And time is just sliding by. And did you ever notice time is going by so fast lately? Before you know it, it's the afternoon. Before you know it, it's the dinner time. Before you know it, it's the sleep. Before you know it, it's the morning. It speeded up everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Times are speeded up. But there's a lot of good things happen too. If you look at the history, punishments were so bad. If you look at the old movies, the punishments was horrible. Today, people are looking for their rights. People like so much better. World going to the right direction. We are going to the right direction. And golden age is here. We don't have to die, go through hell to come back to heaven. I believe the golden age is here. What the Bible said, it's here. We're going to create it. And all these light workers on this earth right now, it's going to help us to shape our minds again, from taking from material things to what's more important towards the family. Like, for example, let's think about it. Most valuable thing in the back in days was the old people, because old people was the knowledge, wise person for children. Today, old people are shoved into nursing homes. Families don't have room, time for their older parents. But for children, grandchildren, there's nothing better than the grandparents. Those people are wise. They got their life lessons. They have so much to teach, so much to give. Basically downloading. Basically, there's a old computer has so much valuable information, and you bring a new computer and you download it onto that, the valuable information. before you toss it up. It was my dream. If I ever do any kind of business, anything, if I get too successful, if I make money more than I need, because I grew up with my old grandmother, she taught me so much, and it was such a valuable lessons to me. My goal was opening up a nursing home for old people, with right next to it having a orphanage so they could visit. They both need love. They both need time. So old computer could download the valuable information to a new computer. Maybe one day I will have more than enough income, and I will start that, and I will do that. I'm 56-year-old grandmother. I have 4 grandchildren. I would like to download my information, whatever I learn on this earth, to my grandchildren. Noah, Isaac, Caleb, Jonna. My daughters, my wonderful angel. I have one daughter who went through some rough times. Because of the other negative energies around us. But she's everything to me, my family. And she's love of my life. And she gave me 4 beautiful, most gorgeous grandkids. And made me most happiest woman on this earth. I wouldn't change that love, that feeling for anything in the world. For like being a grandmother, being grandmother to that 4 kids was the most wonderful thing I ever had. I am amazed today with this new people, new generation, crystal children coming to life, rainbow children, and my grandchildren are rainbows. If you don't know, when my show continues, I will explain. But you could just Google up. And those are so cool. Crystal children, rainbow children. I am indigo. And my daughters are crystal children. And my grandchildren are rainbow. And maybe you are, when you're watching this, maybe you are a crystal children yourself. Maybe you are a light worker. Because why else? You just come across watching this. And you come this far watching me. This show is going to be spiritually deep. I will bring guests, a lot of different topics. so much different topics, I will look at my phone. Okay, we will bring guests, energy healing, tarot cards readings, mysticism, metaphysics, quantum jumping, manifestations, hypnosis, quantum physics, channeling, reality transferring, mindfulness. That's what we need a lot in our lives right now. Mindfulness and gratefulness. Those interested in yoga, we will have people mastering yoga. Luck coaching, programming your mind. Programming your mind to be lucky. Because there's no such a thing as luck. You program yourself to be lucky. Samadhi. That's very advanced level of spiritualism. For those people who is in those levels, we will have people master those. We will have that too. We will have things for beginners. We will have things for people in the medium. We will have things, people who's mastered everything. We will have simple things like clearing your home, having energies in your house, when you move into a new house, or when you have a guest and you know they have a bad energy, they were jealous of you. How do you clear that energy after they leave? I will give you tips on that. And now everybody on social media. Don't you feel like sometimes you post something and then things goes wrong? Evil eye. I am from Turkey. There's something called evil eye, like people who doesn't want best for you. And Greeks has that too, that belief. And there's a lot of amulets and there's a lot of symbols for that. I will teach you how to prevent that when you post things. I don't want you to wait for the next show. I'll give you right now. When you're having a good time somewhere, take your pictures, much as you want, but don't post it that day. Post it after the event's over. Because when you're having the event, when you're posting, when you send them out, people with the negative energies, seeing that, with sending their negative energies, could clash and could cause some negative things in your life. So if you don't want anything, if you want smooth sailing, just wait. If you have a nice, beautiful date night, have your date night, post the pictures end of the night. Just a little tip. You will have nice little tips like this at my show. It's from how to cleanse your home. The things have saved me things I teach to my loved ones, things I teach to my friends, to my close friends. And then also dating. I've been divorced a few times. Finding love. How you could find a right person for yourself. I will help you with that. Dating advice. And you could meet my boyfriend too. I'm dating. I met my boyfriend on Match.com. Just like everybody else. But I manifest them. Everything, it's on my chart. I write it down. I wanted somebody to dress well. I wanted him to be generous. I wanted him to be a fun person. I wanted to be funny. And everything I wanted him to be, he just showed up in my life. How I did that. So, if you're single, stay with me. Push that subscribe button. And I will let you know how I did it and how I manifest my boyfriend. He's cute. He loves me. And I will tell you guys how I become mystic. I was an entrepreneur. Immigrant from Turkey. I owned a gas station, owned a costume design company. I created just top of my head after begging God one night. I didn't want to work with my ex-husband anymore. He was so narcissist, egoful person. Working with him at the same job. We had a gas station, but it was working with him was so difficult. I just wanted to leave the gas station to him, and I just wanted to have something else. And one night, I just went down on my knees in my living room after everybody slept, and I just begged my Creator. And then after that, one by one, things start happening. When you want something, when this stuff start happening, you start taking lead. It's like you start following that trace. You can't say, it's like just, oh, okay, I'm not happy from my life, but I'm just going to go into bed and sleep until God delivers with the UPS or Express, FedEx or something like that, ring my doorbell, and this is your life. That doesn't happen. You have to make your wish, and after you make your wish, you have to look what universe is sending you. What's the opportunities? What's the chances you're getting? And from those little chances, little opportunities, what you could come out of it. And you just give it a chance. Some new person could come to your life, whatever your dream is. You have to get out. You have to move. You have to do things. I am saying there is no luck. You create your own luck. We are energy. We are spirits. We design our own life. We design our own future. Whatever we want, we get. Either it's bad or good. We're all responsible. If you're not happy with your life, don't blame on anybody else. Think about the opportunities you didn't take, chances you didn't use. You were too scared. This wasn't easy today for me. I never did this before. I am not having a commercial break. This is a live show. I am 56 years old. I never went on a live show before. I got scared. I got worried. I got worried of being tongue-tied. I got worried, scared, not finding anything to say. Being froze. Yeah, my tummy got, was like turning. I wanted to go to the bathroom 20 times. Just like everybody else has the same feeling. But I said, I am not giving into these feelings. I can't. Because I want to help people. I want to be out there. I want to do this. Doesn't matter, I'm 56, 76, I don't care. I never done this, but I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'm gonna make a fool out of myself, but I'm gonna do this. I have to do this. And I'm doing it. So it might be a good example for you. I said, if I froze, I could say, at least I tried it. And then I could go home and cry about it. But so far, it's like 15 minutes left to the end of the show. I did 45 minutes without freezing. I'm okay. So life goes on. And I think everything's going to be good. And I think this show is going to be good. And I think I'm going to be good. Everything happens for reasons. And I had some horrible things happen to me for a reason. It was reason I have to share. Some of them was funny. It was really for a 50-year-old woman to go through acting like a 16-year-old, because when the spiritual things happens, oh, okay, yeah. I'll say this. When spiritually you get tapped, your mind gets altered. Spirits gets altered, your mind. You could go to different dimensions. When sometime you get tapped and you rise up too fast, you could go to different dimensions. We are on 3 dimensions here. You could go up high into different levels, and then also different dimensional lives. And you could snap into those, and then you could just get lost. And I had that experience and I made a fool out of myself. Yeah, I'm going to tell those stories so it could set up a good example. And then also, some families are, their kids are going through a spiritual awakening, or their loved ones are not just kids, maybe their spouse going through a spiritual spouse, loved ones going through a spiritual awakening, but especially the young ones, they're not taking so seriously, going through a spiritual awakening. And spiritual awakening easily, very easily could get confused for mental illness. I got confused for mental illness. And I got, because unfortunately, some facilities, they're looking at the patient as a dollar sign. The person coming through the door, they're looking at as dollar sign. If the family is insisting this person has a problem, and they're rushing to diagnose, and they don't know nothing about spirituality, and spirituality, like I said, very easily could get confused. Spiritual experiences could be easily get confused for mental illness. And it's happening. It happened to me. And in order to prove myself, I went and I took 15 hours of tests, 4 visits, mental evaluation. And I don't have any mental disorder. I don't have any personality disorder. And my IQ is, because I took the test on English, it's on the little lower side. And they said it would have been normal if I took it in my Turkish, my original language. But it could happen to a lot of people. And I want this show to help those people out there, maybe in their household, somebody going through a spiritual awakening. That could take years. You don't have a spiritual awakening. You go to sleep and you have a major awakening next morning and you know everything. And you just become a mystic or guru and spiritual teacher. You just wake up next morning and you're just like ready to go. That doesn't happen like that. That takes years. Along the way, a lot of bad things could happen. And if you don't have a support, if you don't have spiritual people around you to help you, if your family doesn't know anything about spirituality, if they're just dealing with the normal, just taking you to a hospital or doctor and they have no idea, that's harsh. And I'm telling you, if you are going through a spiritual awakening, first of all, find a couple of more spiritual center around you, few friends, so it could back you up your stories. Because instead of your story, if a couple of more people telling your story, it will just build a case again, so you won't be looked so crazy when you're talking to your mom and dad or your loved ones. Just have a couple of friends and give those friends numbers to your loved ones, and don't get Baker acted. It happened to me. I'm telling you. It's very easy. Okay. We're gonna do that, and you could call in. Today I am not taking any calls, but my other shows I am gonna be alive and I will be taking calls. If you have any stories, if you want any advice, you could call in the show and I will be happy to help you. with anything you want to ask, I will be here. And let me see, I have 10 more minutes. I will talk about, okay, light workers. These people are spiritually awakening. My spiritual awakening made me get a divorce, change my house, change my life. This could happen to a lot of people. And you might need a new job, new life. You could call in, because I'm an entrepreneur. I always rise from ashes, and we could figure out what's next for you. And I help people come up with the good ideas, and we will see what's your talent, what's your skills, what you're good at it, and how you could be helpful. Because serving the others, usually the best business. Because when you're serving the others, and God, Creator, serves you too. And that type of business succeed. And if you're a light worker, serves the other type of business you're supposed to do. That will be teaching, healing, whatever the way you could make people happy, and you could help their rising their energy and coming to light. And you could call into the show. We could talk about it. I created so many businesses in my lifetime. Yeah, with a 6th grade education. I did it. It's just thinking about the skills you have, what you're best at it, and then focusing on that, and then working on that, and then, looking at the market, what's needed, and then you just know your calling. We will find out what your calling is. So we have the topics, it's like, so we have this is, like I said, this is my first show. I might make a fool out of myself. I might be running out of things to talk. I'm thinking what else I didn't cover, what I was going to tell you, what I was going to share with you guys today. I was so excited. I have a long story. I think I could be a good mentor for you guys with my childhood stories. I could be a good mentor with my childhood stories, how I rise from nothing, and basically really nothing. I will show you the home I born, top of the mountains in Turkey, had nothing. There's no electricity, there's no running water, and no education. Coming from there, living in America, doing all these things. If I did all this, just believing, having a faith, you could do it too. Seriously, you could. There is nothing you can't do. And I will share the stories with more detail, and you could see how lucky you are and there's nothing impossible, and no trauma, bad things. If your dad was alcoholic or mom was this, uh, you know, there was a rape, shouldn't hold you back. Didn't hold me back. Trust me, anything bad thing could happen to me. I feel like sometimes maybe I lived my life to be example to others, so everything bad could happen to me. It did. I am not exaggerating, it did. And I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm going to share how I overcome those, and how grateful I am for today, for everything I have, and family life I have, and that 4 beautiful grandchildren I have, and beautiful daughter I have, and a nice boyfriend I have. And that's all. I am a very happy person. I am grateful. A little townhouse. I am blessed. I cannot ask anything more. Good friends. What else I could ask? I'm living in Boca, in country club. We are coming to end. Please come, please subscribe so you could watch my next shows. It will be all from heart. It's all genuine, sincere, true stories from mystic alchemist Rose Lambert. Watch me. I don't know, I never did this before. I think its show is ending, but it's not ending. Are we ending? Goodbye.
Tune in next time to Spiritual Alchemist with Rose Lambert, where we talk about everything spiritual to guide you onto the right path. For more information, contact rosegalson@gmail.com or 786-747-9280. Shalom, everyone.